Spoiler alert, I'm about to have a mental breakdown, so stay tuned, keep that watch time going, because I'm about to have an existential crisis about adulting. All this and more on today's GT Not Live. Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where we're not live on the couch, but we are having spicy discussions that'll make you feel alive inside. Like, are you laughing about that intro?
The discussion in question is dishwasher talk. We're talking about dishwashers.
Doesn't that make you feel alive, Matt?
Spicy and alive.
Dishwasher repair.
Those are high hopes for the conversation we're about to have.
Maybe it'll pivot to something really exciting. You never know. We go in, we lightly talk, like, hey, we're going to talk about dishwashers. Great, pivot.
Yeah, and then it's just a mental breakdown on your end.
Exactly. Spoiler alert, I'm about to have a mental breakdown. So stay tuned, keep that watch time going, because I'm about to have an existential crisis about adulting. All this and more on today's GT Not Live. So, dishwasher repair, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt is determining whether or not he wants to buy a house.
Well, that's not true.
Clickbait! Should Matt buy a house? Yes or no?
No, our dishwasher's been broken for like a week now, and it's really nice. Landlords do a lot of wrong things, but the one thing they do is you get to be like, hey, can you fix this?
Is they give you plausible deniability.
And then it's someone else's problem.
Yeah. They whether or not they fix it in an expedited manner.
Yeah.
They at least give you someone to call
Totally.
So that way you don't have to worry about it.
Totally. Because then I can blame someone else for my problems.
That's so funny. Did you break our dishwasher too?
I don't think so.
Because if your dishwasher... So the reason this got brought up was because this weekend was the first weekend that we've actually been home for a while. Last weekend was surrounded with Halloween stuff. The weekends before that, we were traveling to California and Las Vegas, doing shoots for Omega Mart. I've had a lot of shoots in LA over the last couple weeks. So it's just been like the last couple months have been nonstop. So this weekend was my first weekend where I was like on the couch, like not on the couch, where I was here and just like existing and didn't have like pre-scheduled things that I had to get to. And so it meant like fixing the house. And one of the things I had to fix was the dishwasher. So the fact that you have a broken dishwasher and that my dishwasher ended up broken, I haven't been over to your place anytime. So you don't invite me ever.
Do you want to come over?
Sure. I don't know. Well, now maybe not.
Do you want to fix the dishwasher?
Well, it depends
If
what
you're
brand
so
it is.
good.
Because I will tell you,
Uh-huh.
I have fixed dishwasher. I mean, ever since becoming a homeowner, the dishwasher is just one of those things that for whatever reason perpetually breaks.
Constantly it's
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It is such a garbage appliance. And I'm constantly fixing it.
Yeah.
And it's regardless of the brand name, regardless of whatever, I have fixed a dishwasher no less than like 6-7 times.
What was the problem this time?
Well, it's always the same. It's always the intake drainage valve. Like
Totally, it gets like blocked.
right, or not even though, because like this weekend when mine broke, I popped it open. We washed it, but it wasn't particularly dirty. You do like a little CLR bath, and then you pop the impeller. Make sure it spins freely. Pop the impeller back in.
Yeah, right.
Turn it off, reset. You have no clue what I'm talking about, do you? You have no idea what the impeller motor is. It's fine. Don't worry. See, maybe you should invite me over once in a while. I could be. Oh, that would be like when you invite your like dad over and like, hey dad, it's so good to see you. By the way, here's the to-do list.
This is broken.
I've been meaning to get to it, but well, since you're here, maybe you could do it. No, so anyway, you might want to check your intake valve, which is usually cleaning out the drainage pan.
Okay.
And then make sure that the kind of impeller area is freely spinning.
Totally.
It's just run water through it. It's easy.
I'm gonna write that down.
There's YouTube tutorials that do all this.
Yeah.
It's very quick and easy, and it's always the same like 3 steps, and then variation. Like for instance, this morning when I had to finish fixing the dishwasher, I actually had to use my shop vac to clean out the existing water in the bottom, which then kind of reset the system so that way it would redo. Anyway, home ownership is hard. I replaced 27 light bulbs this weekend, which I think indicates what weird mental state I'm in right now to not realize that 27 light bulbs were out in the house. I think I was just gradually noticing that the house was getting darker for some reason.
Yeah, it's the seasons changing.
Yeah, well, right, seasons change. And also all the light bulbs dying apparently at the exact same time. No, like I said, there's been so much going on, and we've been so distracted with all the St. Jude stuff. We just launched the new merch, which I'll talk about here in a second. We've got all the channel stuff going on. Plus, I've done like 3 or 4 major collaborations with people over the last couple weeks that had me traveling out to LA. There's been so much that my mind has been occupied by so much other stuff. And then, of course, Ollie and all his stuff, that there's been so many other things. I have not noticed the lights around me. And the other day, I was visiting Matt in his part of the house. And he's like, yeah, it's like a cave in here. And I'm like, there's 1 light on. Why is there only 1 light in this room? And he's like, yeah, they've all slowly been burning out.
It's ambiance.
And so over the weekend, I replaced all of the lights as well as gave you a new toilet paper holder, which was very exciting.
No, when I turned the lights on this morning, I was in shock.
You had to like put on sunglasses.
Totally.
It was like blinding in there. Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, the light of the heavens shines down upon you.
Yeah, it felt biblical.
You've never seen that room that bright.
No, I really haven't. Good thing I swept Friday before I left.
Right? That's the other thing. Once the lights come on, now all of a sudden you see, like, oh, there's a cobweb over there? No, yeah,
I purposefully did some cleaning before I left on Friday. I intuited that you were going to fix the light.
There it is. Yeah. So anyway, I'm slowly reasserting control over my own life by bit, fixing all those small things that you're always like, oh, I'll save it till later, and then it all piles up, and you're like, oh no, I have no control over my life, and everything's piled on. If only I had a landlord. So, I don't know. It's a give and take, right? It's the idea of owning something for yourself, which is nice, and it also means you're not like throwing money down into like the money pit that is rent. Rent sucks. It sucks. But so does
fixing a dishwasher.
Yeah, fixing a dishwasher 6 times, or calling out the dishwasher guy.
Yeah.
Him being like, you didn't have the water on, and you're like, yeah, I turned the water off to the dishwasher so that way it wasn't having the problem. And he's like, well, I fixed the water. It's like, no, that wasn't the problem. And he's like, okay, I'll be $100, and then he's out. And you're like, damn it, I have to call. The problem comes up again. Yep. You have to call him back out again. They're always so surly. Service people make you feel so bad about stuff that you shouldn't have to know about. That is their job. My job is to sit on a couch and be bad at video games and shout about my life problems. Your job
is to facilitate that.
Your job is to be my psychiatrist, listen to me vent about this stuff.
Right.
And his job is to be an expert about Miele dishwashers. But no, he's going to make you feel bad. Do I make you guys feel bad about any? No.
You don't make him sit on the couch and talk to the audience.
No, right? Maybe I should put him on, hey, you did the dishwasher, but now let's talk about it. This is content. Right? Why? Why are service people so surly all the damn time? They always are. I don't know what it is. Every once in a while you find a good one, and then it's like, that's the one that you call back every time. Yep. Like, every time. Okay. That was a lot of ranting. Fun. That was fun. See? Was that the spicy content that makes you feel alive?
It was closer than closer than what I thought it would be. Definitely spicier than I thought.
It was spicy.
I don't know if I would call it spicy. It was spicier.
It was spicier. If it was on like a wing sauce scale.
Totally. It was like a Tabasco. Like, I guess Tabasco isn't really that spicy.
It's very vinegary.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah.
It's the type of content that makes you pucker.
I was expecting a Texas Pete, and what we got was like a Chipotle Tabasco.
Ooh, a Chipotle Tabasco. Okay, yeah. All right. A little smoky flavor in there too. Nice, little smokiness. Hey, as I alluded to before, one of the big things that have been going on around here is we've been doing a bunch of stuff for merch. We've been doing merch shoots. This is stuff that we've been working on all year. It's finally all here. It is finally launched to you guys. It is available right below this video. We love it. if you've ever bought merch from us before, Theoryware merch, you know that we really try to build this stuff up from the ground up, use materials that are, highest quality workmanship and things like that. Like not just, I'm going to screen print on something and it wears off in like a couple months, but rather like stuff that's going to last you for years. So I wanted to just really quickly run you through some things. Obviously, the hoodie I'm wearing is one of them, with the thumb holes, with the hood, with the like printing on the inside. I can't put a hood on my head, so that's cool. Printing on the inside, it's a half zip with a big pocket, and just like all the little details too, like little patches and things. All of that stuff is things that we really take seriously, because I don't know, like for us, the merchandise is just an extension of our brand, and we are tryhards here on YouTube. And I don't know, I really respect what we do, and I really respect you guys. And so when you buy stuff from us, I want to make sure that it's good and feels good and makes you excited to have spent money on it, because we know that merchandise, whether it's the good or bad kind that you find with YouTubers, it's a lot of money, right? And so if we're gonna have to charge those prices anyway because of shipping and this and that, like let's make it the best it can possibly be and get you like actual value out of what you're buying, and not just like some hype shirt with Supreme. Were you a Supreme kid, Matt?
No.
What?
I don't like the accusatory tone that you took.
No. I actually, it's not accusatory. I ask it because I don't understand. Like, I know it's the hype stuff. Like,
Totally.
it's the name brand or whatever.
Yeah.
I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
It was so expensive for literally like Supreme.
Yeah.
And that is so not me. Like for me, I just don't have
quality clothes.
I just want stuff that's interesting.
Yeah,
So
totally.
anyway, that's okay. Good for you. I guess. Good for you.
I was like a little young during the Supreme era.
Were you really?
I bought a lot of like Odd Future stuff.
Okay, sure.
Which is like Supreme adjacent.
Okay,
They had a lot of Supreme collabs.
Yeah, okay.
But I was never buying just Supreme stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't think I could afford Supreme stuff.
No, it's crazy
Right,
expensive.
it's crazy. It's like,
Yeah.
for what? Anyway, I've never been one of those guys who like, oh, it's got the logo or whatever. Anyway, here's our theory blanket. I love this thing. It is snuggly and warm and actually represents all the channels, including this one. So GT Live getting some love. It is the blue channel, or at least it's the blue channel for now. Actually, I think it will remain the blue channel even when any other theory channels launch at some point. Interesting. Anyway, hinting, teasing. We've got all sorts of jackets this time. We've got thin jackets, thick jackets. This is our quilted jacket. You can see like all the quilting detail on there. We've actually, this isn't the most recent version. We actually cut out some of the patches because this one felt too patchy to me. So I'm showing you this, but look at the final designs on Creator Ink because I removed, I think, these two patches. So you have these two left. Just because I didn't want it to feel too heavy on the front. But again, it's stuff like that we think through, so that way it feels balanced and looks cool and, gives you stuff that you can wear and stay warm in the winter. And then, of course, I think some of you guys know, maybe you don't, because I haven't spoken too openly about it, but Creator Ink has our merch company that we kind of helped to found. They reached out to Five Nights at Freddy's and Scott and everyone over there to become an official merch partner with them. And so at this point, they're one of just a small handful of official merch partners for FNAF stuff. So that's a really cool business arrangement that they have, and that I kind of like. I serve as a consultant on the how does this feel like FNAF-y, or how, as a fan of the franchise, how do you like this stuff? And so I'm not in there, I'm not as in the weeds about the designs, but I'm more like, hey, as a FNAF fan, I would love to see stuff that feels a bit more premium rather than just here's the animatronics on a shirt again, or, I'm gonna dress up like Foxy. I want stuff that's fashioned through FNAF. And so, they run stuff by me, I give them light notes. And so as part of that, we have kind of our silk jacket that's come out this year, but also you have this awesome one, and I love the colors. For us, I don't know if we could get away with colors like this, but with FNAF, I think you can, with these really cool blue and pink racing stripes, huge embroidered pattern on the back, and maybe my favorite thing, and this is something that we try to work into as many merch items as possible, and I encourage them to do it too. This one's crazy. They went all out with this one, but anytime you can get a different lining inside your clothes is always something that's really exciting. And so this one is just insane with all the different animatronics. But I was really excited about little details like that. Make me really excited about things. And since we went on a jacket binge this time, there's also this really cool dark denim jacket right here with secured, like all themed around security breach. And of course, they're asking me stuff about like, hey, what do you think about this merch item? What do you think about this merch item? And I'm like, I like it. I don't know how this relates to the game because I don't know anything outside of like what the trailers have revealed. So I'm like, ooh, are those Vanny's eyes? I'm always looking for lore. There isn't any lore, by the way, in the merch, as far as I know. But you know, you got this cool back panel on the back, which is really bright. Reminds me of kind of like an old Rockstar, denim jacket, which is kind of what it's inspired by, like the '80s Rockstar jackets with like lots of like handwriting and signatures and stuff. So really, really cool stuff available there. So give it a look. It's available. There are fairly limited quantities just because, we had to buy it a long time ago in order to get it here in time for the holiday season. So it's there. It's waiting for you. I love it. I'm excited about it. Hopefully you are too. Whew! That was a lot to talk about. Hey, are we doing a video? Anyway, that's our video for today. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Do you want to know what the time code is?
What's the time code?
1547.
Are you kidding? I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That was a lot. It was spicy.
No, it was every second was used.
Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were,
We weren't just rambling.
No, we weren't just rambling. We weren't wasting time. There was focus and intent with everything that we said.
I'll put a skip thing in there too. So
yeah, put a chapter in. Here's the thing. Now that chapters exist on YouTube, I feel less guilty about things like merch pushes and stuff because it's like you can just skip it. Like it's actually very easy to do.
Yeah.
So, but don't skip it though, because it's important and it's highly focused and important content. And I don't know, I think that's interesting, learning about how like the sausage gets made in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
The relationship that I have to the Five Nights at Freddy's merchant, I could see that being weird and crazy. But I also, I was one of the reasons why that deal happened, and that's really exciting to see and see in my franchise that I really love, all these years, to get like merch that I'm like really excited about. That's cool. So anyway, a little bit about behind the scenes stuff. Check out the merch. We've properly utilized 15 minutes of your time. Let's talk about Reddit stuff, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
So what do you have pulled up this time, Matt?
Bunch of stuff, lots of things,
stuff and things. Wow, you're being real.
From the fans, from our audience, from the theorists.
Great. Good. Well, let's just hop into with that very descriptive explanation. Let's hop into it. Let's see. Okay. Epidemic Rage, 28 days ago. Ooh. Okay, so
it's been a minute.
I was gonna say it's been a while.
We're going pretty deep.
I saw on the subreddit that they were doing the October fan art challenge too.
In there.
Which
That's in
there. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
It's a nice sampling, a smattering.
If you will. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Bon appetit. This is from Pokemon Weekend. She is a Pokemon. Nurse Joy. Eat your Pokemon. Yes, you should eat your Pokemon. I'm beginning to see a pattern here that I'm not... that I don't like. That's great. I don't know. Why would you not like that? I think it makes perfect sense. Pokemon Weekend was just a low-key extension of Cannibalism Weekend. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Nurse Joy's a Pokemon. Eat your Pokemon. Cannibalism is okay. Cannibalism Weekend.
I think every weekend on these channels is Cannibalism Weekend.
Not every weekend.
Most of them.
Sometimes we got to mix it up with like Child Murder Weekend.
Yeah, sure. Sometimes it's both.
Those are the spiciest weekends. People give us a hard. I like that our thematic weekends at this point, when we do these like multi-channel crossovers, are on ridiculous things like this. Cannibalism Weekend, the M&M's lore episode, KFC Weekend was our first ever 3-way collab, I think.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, was actually Streamy nominated. So everyone who gave me a hard time about KFC Weekend, it was Streamy nominated. So there you go for writing. Nailed it.
I liked KFC Weekend.
I did too.
It was fun. That shoot, the Food Theory KFC shoot,
was great.
It was taxing.
I mean, it was
we made so much chicken.
There was so much chicken.
We made so much chicken.
I never wanted fried chicken for like months after
used
that.
Gallons of oil.
We still have gallons of oil back. There is still a patch of grass that is permanently dead because as I was transferring the old oil, as I was like pouring the used oil out, like I dropped a vat of it. I'm like, oh no, the grass, and it's gone. It's like the South Park meme, and it's gone. Just dead.
I had to buy so many spices.
And herbs. So many spices and so many
and
herbs.
spices.
And the ironic part is, ever since we did that food theory episode,
Yeah.
every single visitor to our house, like especially from my family, has
Yeah.
like, we want to try the KFC fried chicken. Oh, we want to do the taste test ourselves. And so, no joke, you haven't been privy to this.
Yeah.
I have made and basically recreated the subsets of that episode
Yeah.
probably 4 times since we
Wow.
recorded it.
Wow.
Yeah, and we have to do the like, here's the mystery one, here's the KFC one, let's buy some KFC. My family is all about it, Seth's
really-
family, all about it.
You kind of dug yourself into a hole there. As the KFC guy now.
It's true. I don't see anyone wanting to recreate the... Actually, no, that's true. The Diet Cola taste test is the other one that people ask me about a lot. Like, oh, can we do that?
Yeah.
Like, okay, here we go. No, I don't see people wanting to recreate bread gloves. Where's my family wanting to recreate bread gloves? Or what did we just do? Oh, no one wants to do the one that we just did, which is coming out this weekend, which I think is a great episode. But we'll see how.
I haven't seen the final edit, but I would love to.
I haven't. We'll get it
yeah,
later
we'll
this
see it.
week. Yeah. All right. Next. Potato with a Vendetta. MatPat is for sure edited in. Haven't we done this one, Matt? I think we've done this one. I think you're repeating yourself.
I don't think we have. I feel pretty confident that we haven't.
GT Live audience, let him know if we've done that. I don't know if this is me having seen it on the subreddit,
I think that's it.
because I've seen it posted on the subreddit a couple times. I don't know if we've actually addressed it.
I'm a solid 78% sure we haven't done it yet.
Are you sure? I don't. 78%. The audience is going to hold you to that.
Okay.
No
That's-
pressure.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
And I should be held accountable.
You will be held accountable. You will be judged heavily. 4 horsemen of original photos that look weird. Okay, here's a question. Okay, these look weird. Ours obviously looks weird. Mine looks so strange. Can we qualify Mike Wachowski in this?
Mike Wazowski.
Sorry.
Well, do you know the picture of him with 2 eyes? Surely you know the picture of him with 2 eyes.
Do I know the picture of him with 2 eyes?
You should look it up.
Okay, here, F11. Hold up. I like that we're too deep into this right now. Mike Wazowski. Nope. Two eyes meme. I don't know where, like, the highlight, the brightness on this computer is so cranked up I can't see where any of the highlights are. Oh yeah, this one. Okay, I've seen this one. Yeah. The classic.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's brilliant.
I forget that he has 1 eye often.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because this is how you know him.
It's burned into my brain.
But can you, like, when it comes to pictures that have, like, the original photo looks weird. This isn't a photo. This is just a screen grab of an animated moment.
You mean he's not real?
He's fiction. I hate to break it to you, Matt. I'm so sorry. But then again, look, so am I. So is Obama. We're all fiction. We're all fake. Dogecoin, all fake. Okay, here we go. PC Geek 345. I found some info on scrudges. Did you? You found some info on scrudge as well, did you now? What's that old scrudge up to? I don't know why I find that so funny.
His name not even being Scrooge McDuck, but
No,
just Scrudge.
I think it's because it's close enough that it's really funny. Scrudge came out to be $315 million. Hold, let me read. I can't go on like this, losing $1 billion a minute. I'll be broke in 600 years. So that would be. Hold up. Okay. Wait, I gotta do the math here. So wait. Okay. Wait, where's the calculator? Hold up.
I think it's $1 billion.
Okay, I'm so confused. Okay, I owe $1 billion a minute. Okay, that is 1,000 million billion. Okay, $1 billion a minute times a minute. So 60 minutes in an hour. Do I need to do that?
Yeah.
Yes, and then 24 hours in a day times 300. 24 hours in a day, 356 days in a year.
Wait, no. Wait. Try that again.
365.
Well, and a quarter. If we're being...
Wow. Okay. 365. 3.25. 365 point. I mean, sure. If we're getting that, I was doing estimations.
No, yeah.
Sure, but
No,
okay.
it's the point 4 really got me.
It's sure.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. 360. It's been a long life. Okay, Matt. 365. Okay, there. Okay, times 60 years. So that's years and now 60 years.
No,
Okay.
600 years.
Oh, 600 years. Thank you. Yeah, 600 years. Okay, 300. Okay, to the 17th power. Oof. 1. So it was 3.15. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Comma. So something like this. 315. What's that? Million, billion, trillion, quadrillion? Do we come up with, let's check our work. Million, billion, trillion. Ooh, they're an order of magnitude more than us. Did we miss something? Anyway, long story short. Here we go. We're doing math. Anyway, Scrooge has got a lot of money. I feel, did I not get this one in the original Scrooge's Wealth episode? We looked through a lot of the comics, but obviously there's, it's one panel from one thing at one point. This is great. Maybe we need to do an update on Film Theory about Scrooge's Wealth, so that way I can actually take time to do this math in real life. Because right now I'm kind of brain farting it. This is great, though. This is the sort of stuff that I love, and this is the sort of stuff that, the channels are built on. So good find, PC Geek 345. Well done, and way to do the math, not live on camera. Well, you're, mistyping everything. Cool. Sabertoons. Meme Monday. Here we go. I'll help you with it. Can I copy your homework? I'll help you with it. Yeah, nice. Yeah, sure. Steph's down for it. Both of you to assume that I do homework, says Nugget. Yeah, lol, no. Mickey Mouse is no, you pay. Mickey Mouse would be, can I copy your homework? I will charge you for it, honestly. Wait, we had homework, and then read at 5:55 p.m. Wait, we had homework. That's the editor team. That's Dan, our lead editor. So I wouldn't be surprised. Read at 5:55 p.m. What does that mean?
They didn't respond. They just read it and then they didn't say anything.
Oh, is that bad?
Yeah.
Really?
You ever been left on red?
Yeah, I do that to people constantly.
That's pretty rude.
What if I don't have anything to say to them?
You should turn your read receipts off.
Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah, so that people don't know that you're ignoring
How do they know that I've read it, though? No, I mean, the read receipts. How do they know that I've read? In terms of, maybe I opened it but did not read it. Maybe I got a notification and I, saw it, but and maybe the message is now open, but maybe I myself did not consume it with my eyeballs.
I think that's a pretty forgiving assumption.
Well, they should be forgiving of me. There's a lot going on, Matt, okay? Coming up with a response is really stressful. It's hard.
Yes.
And also with this case, can I copy your homework? No. I like that none of these, I guess Mickey Mouse is the only one who's no.
Yeah.
Is it bad of me to say no?
No.
I don't know. That makes me less cool, right?
It does make you less cool.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of not cool.
Yeah.
I'm kind of not. I get it. Read at 5:50. Really? Pikachu and Ed Krause? Just leaving me on red? See, I get it now. They left me on red? What? I get it. I'm so old.
Maybe it's you're not an iPhone user.
I'm not an iPhone user.
That might be it.
I'm not. Is this an iPhone thing?
Yeah, I don't know if it's an Android thing. I'm
Right?
sure it is though.
I've never seen that.
Really?
People have read my messages.
Oh.
Which
iPhones you can definitely see.
Really?
Yeah. Unless you turn it off.
Which honestly I appreciate, because I don't want people knowing what I have and haven't read.
Yeah, I had mine on for a bit, and then I would just leave texts in my inbox unread.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this is dumb. Let me just turn them off, and then read
That's
all
it.
the text.
Well, and honestly, that's what I do. So I treat my email and text messages the same way, where sometimes, if something is on my to-do list or to respond list, I'll hop into it, maybe skim it, and then hop out and mark it as unread. So that way I have, at any given point, like last week, I had like 130 unread emails, even though a lot of them I had read, and I just like, I don't have time to get this. I will get to it later, or it's not as important, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so my text messages are the same way, where I'm like, well, this didn't get me the answer I needed, but they've started a whole new thing.
Yeah.
I don't have time to like start a whole new thing. Let me unread it or hop out before it's marked as read, so that way, or like before it's marked as not bold anymore, which is like, you've never seen this before.
Yeah.
So that's the way I operate, and so it helps me keep organized, and it's not meant to be a slight to anyone. Yeah. Sometimes it's meant to be I don't have an answer for this, and so like I'm just gonna maybe let this passively go away. Maybe it'll leave me alone at some point. It never leaves me alone, though. It always comes back. So anyway, here we go. Can I copy your... I will help you. This is me, Phil. Can I copy your homework? I wouldn't let you copy it. I would help you with it. I think Steph would be... I would help you with it, too. Nugget is definitely chaotic. Mickey would charge you for it. Editor, yeah. This is accurate. Wait a minute. We had stuff to do. I give Dan a hard time. Next. I made some evil MatPat memes. Oh, no, not evil Matt. Negapat. I miss the days of the anti-YouTubers. There was that big trend for a while of the Darkipliers, the Antisepticeyes, things like that. It's kind of fallen by the wayside. That was shortly after, I think it was after the era of people with differently colored hair, where every YouTuber was required to have like fun hair colors.
I remember the purple hair era.
Well,
I wasn't physically there for it,
yeah,
but I've seen it in the archives.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Well, I came like 5 years too late to the differently colored hair. Gotcha. I was like, hey, I missed the boat on this one, so for our charity live stream, let me recolor my hair.
Yeah.
So I missed the boat. But yeah, for the longest time, it was like, Dan TDM's got his blue, and everyone was associated with their hair. Like Markiplier had the red/pink hair. You know, Jack obviously had the green hair. Blue hair was Dan TDM. Stuff. Cupquake had purple hair. Everyone had their like their signature hair color. Yeah. So, yeah. And then shortly after that came the negatubers. Even now, just everyone's a negative YouTube. We're all. I think what happened is it required people to try too hard. It's like, oh, this is a lot of work. I gotta edit extra filters onto this. Nah, there ain't no time for that on YouTube. Just churn it out. Evil MatPat be like, I solved the no, you maniac. You solved the FNAF timeline. No. Evil MatPat be like, saving your childhood since 2011. No, it must be ruined. I like that. Nega MatPat is the evil MatPat is doing good things. Like, hey, I solved FNAF, and also I'm helping your childhood. I am the villain of my own story. Evil MatPat be like, hello no, goodbye internet. That would help evil MatPat's sanity for sure. Evil MatPat be like, that's more than a fact, a game fact. I am not appreciative. Oh, how dare you not be appreciative of my watching? That's evil. That's mean. He doesn't need that. I believe St. Jude's is a charitable saint. Oh no! Evil MatPat. Oh, now he's getting dark. See? Evil MatPat be like, I hate Diet Coke. See, this is why we can't be friends, Evil MatPat. It's true. He is my negative. He is my anti. Wow. What would negative anti-Matt Mirror Matt be? The true mirror Matt.
I was gonna say anti-you would be drinking like a diet Sprite.
No, drinking a fully caloried Sprite.
Oh, like a regular Coke?
Yeah, regular, right? Regular. No, so many calories. Oh, and they're all so empty. No, and the flavor is so sugary and heavy. Curse him. He's so evil. What about you, Matt?
Negative me?
Negative me would be projecting with your diaphragm.
It would be talking loudly into the microphone, like being audible.
Actually, evil mirror Matt be like audible on microphone. I like it. Where's Supreme? Yeah. There it is. Oh, I love it. That's great. From concept to merch. Yay! Oh man, we already did the 15-minute merch push at the beginning. From concept to merch, thanks guys. Your upvotes made it possible. From HRS15, SH30. Yes, how it started and how it's going. Love it. And look, honestly, it's a pretty good recreation, I think, that we managed to do. I'm so excited. I love this. I love these. I love these so much. And I'm so happy with how they turned out. I will say there were a couple things that we did have to change, and it was interesting having these conversations with our designer at Creator Inc. who works on physically constructing these. He's like, it's really cool visually as a drawing, but in the actual construction of the garment, there are certain considerations that have to be taken into that the drawing just can't do, or like you can do things in drawings that you can't do with actual physical materials and with production capabilities unless it's literally like hand sewn from scratch. And so I think one of the things was this point right here. You know, it has to kind of wrap around the body a bit more so it attaches to kind of a side seam as opposed to actually being able to pin there and then also other things. So that was one of those details. I believe the inner stitching here became an issue, which is why we had to do the larger kind of like lettering that is printed on as opposed to stitched in. And so that was a really interesting part of the like the piping and stuff. That was a really interesting part of the process too, was figuring out how to translate, you know, just a concept sketch into an actual physical garment, because there are certain things like you'll notice here that the hood zipper placement is actually more centered than it is asymmetrical, and I think that was also one of those things where, based on the way that the lapels and collars had to fold open, it needed to lay center as opposed to the side where the fall wouldn't work right and the hood wouldn't work right. So really interesting details like that were all a part of that process, which is really, really cool. But man, I love the fact that we were able to make this a thing, because it's so cool. And like, it's one of my favorite like designs that we've gotten through the fan art. I think I mentioned this, but for those of you who don't know, we reached out to this designer, paid them for the right to kind of translate it into an actual physical garment. And it's stuff like that is so cool, this like cool merging of like the community and our ability to do things at this. It's so fun. So I hope you guys like it. I'm glad that you really like the way it's kind of turned out as far as from original concept to final design. So as a piece, and as this one too, like, it makes me so excited, and they're so comfy to wear. Wait, I have it here. Here it is. Physical good. Oh, I could have talked about it in the context of this, but yeah. See how it has to kind of like seam in over here as opposed to kind of cutting off in the middle here. Little details like that are things that you just have to worry about when you're kind of making garments on a production line, which is really fascinating. And so working with Creator Inc. has taught me a lot about like what it actually means to construct garments, what hand feel is, which is kind of the feel that you get. Also relative cost of things, like fleece is incredibly expensive and has been going up over the years as more and more people are looking for casual loungewear. And so the prices of fleece have skyrocketed. Which is why you're seeing a lot of clothing designers looking for other materials that they can use, where people still want hoodies and things, but stuff that is less expensive and kind of more sustainable. Really, really interesting stuff. Also, all the production delays that have been happening, we've been really in the weeds about. Like, there's a bunch of ships out front of Long Beach, and that's the reason why no one's getting their stuff for Christmas. It's crazy. Not in our case. That's why we ordered everything back in like March, I think it was, or April. We've been working on this all year, and so that's, to ensure that we have stuff ready at this time of year, which is big. Me Monday, kudos Psycho 666. That moment when you're the only one in the party without a partner.
You look devastated.
I don't have a partner, Matt. Of course I'm devastated. I have no partner.
Like the pain.
Toughen it out through the pain. It is a great face. That was a terrible shoot. It was so hard. It was so bad. And yet still Sean Evans won't respond to my tweets. What the heck, man? I don't know what it is. Why First We Feast refuses to acknowledge our existence. Unacceptable. Why can't I appear on Hot Ones when we're giving them so much free promotion? And look at this face. How can they turn down this face? This is it's not about when you're the only one at the party without a partner. This is in the party without a partner. This is when Sean Evans continues to ignore your tweets. when you try his hot sauce and he still doesn't acknowledge your existence. I love it. It's true, am I right? You will be no... Okay. You...
This broke my brain.
Awkward commission. Okay, this might be true. You will be known for by us. I just can't already. My consistent... Okay, you will be known by us for my consistent uploads and quality content on 4 channels. ... My huge live stream for charity on the platform. Okay. That red jacket you were wearing a second ago. Okay. So I'm no... It's true, though. The red jacket, man. You gotta have a brand. Everyone else has red hair, purple hair. Back in the day, I have a red jacket. There you go. There was a guy in LA who, as you do, you know, outside of doing the YouTube stuff, like we consult, right? We help other creators, we help other businesses. That was always a big part of what we did, especially when we were out in LA. And so we were asked to talk on a lot of different panels all around the city. And LA being like digital entertainment capital, there's a lot of these small panels, optimization events. Like you have big events like Vid Summit and VidCon, but then there were a lot of smaller, like once a month, once a week things, and we were invited to a good number of those too. So I would spend my like Thursday and Friday nights like talking to some of those. And there was one guy, nicest guy, so sweet, who would arrange these and was in charge of them. Always wore a red jacket too, so we would always compliment each other on our respective red jackets. He wore it all the time, like that was his thing. For me, I do it on camera a lot, but outside of that, not so much. I wish I could, but at this point, just red jacket tends to get us pinned down a lot in a lot of cases. So I wear kind of like more muted stuff, you know, just for ease of getting around. But yeah, it's one of those things where like he and I were always the red jacket guys, and he always, oh, red jacket, oh, red jacket. This is awesome. He's so nice, and it was cool for him to kind of like pave the way for people to actually have discussions about this industry. This has huge lore implications for Minecraft. Alpha Astro X discovered netherite. Okay, netherite, that's been a thing. A material stronger than diamond. Pure netherite, the strongest, most durable material in Minecraft, is no more. Piglins mined it all out. Now the only way to obtain it is by salvaging netherite scrap from it. Huh. Piglins mined it out. That's interesting. So it shows that piglins have the ability to mine and perhaps even craft. Huh. That's fascinating. Now the only way is salvaging netherite scrap from ancient debris. Yeah, the inclusion of netherite's really interesting. It's such an ugly block. I know now it's like the top tier block. It's stronger than diamond and this and that. So I get it. It's so ugly. The bright blue of diamond is so appealing. I get it, and I respect it. And I knew that when they revealed it, that there was going to be some lore stuff attached to netherite. I've never spent enough time looking into the lore of it, and I recognize that that's like one of my gaps in my knowledge of Minecraft stuff. That's interesting. This is good to know. So now when I see this, I put a pin in it. It's in my head, and now I'll be waiting or looking for like another piece that I can connect it to in the little cork board of my mind to come up with like, oh, this can lead to an episode. Connection between staff bots and glitch animatronics from Freddy on Tour Apollo 0202. Should be the same thing, right? Yeah, same thing. I'm curious if we're ever going to get an explanation for this. The Alpha Z groups, things like that. I'm very curious what those ultimately amount to and if they're going to play out at all in the game. I do not know. Or if this was like an ARG or some clue that no one figured out. I don't know. I do really wonder what those are going to lead to, if at all. FNAF version of the newish Game Theory intro. I made this last year around Halloween. I keep forgetting to post it. The name on it is different since that's my Instagram. I did make this myself. All right, let's see. I'm always looking for good intros. Cool. Yes. Oh, cool. I love the inclusion of food theory. Oh, I love it. Freddy. Oh, that's a great shot right there. That's awesome. That's really good. That's real. Look, edits. Steph, you edits. I love it. This moment at the end of Dreadbear, this is so cool. And us coming out of the box, that's really, really well done. I love that. Oh, so cool. So awesome. I miss the intros. So do the editors, just so you know. As YouTube has gotten more influence, as like digital videos evolved, and as like TikTok is now a thing, you know, people like Mr. Beast is kind of like setting a lot of content trends because he just dominates so much at this point. You see the ecosystem change, right? And what people do want to watch and won't watch or whatever evolve and change. And so right now what you see is that kind of like those extended, I mean, that's what, 20 seconds of an intro. People don't want that anymore, right? They want to be told what the video is, first sentence of the video, subtitle it, like, I'm here today, last person to get their hand on this Lamborghini takes it home, or whatever. You know, that's obviously like a Mr. Beast riff, but like there's so many other content creators who are who are very much of the now, who and like TikTok kind of like get to the point. All that is the trend, and that's what audiences expect. And so for us, I've been really sad to kind of over the years have to lessen the use of the themes, and Food Theory is the one because it's such a new channel. That's the one that we're still able to do it with. But every once in a while we'll pull it back. But it's one of those things that in an effort to kind of like match viewer behavior at this point, we've had to really trim it down. And the way that we kind of express our uniqueness now is like doing thematic openings tied to whatever IP we're dealing with, whether it's like spooky for Poppy's Playtime or, you know, Marvel-esque for like a Marvel film theory. I miss it because I love Science Blaster as a theme song. I love the edits that we were able to do, the edits that you guys were able to do. So cool. But it's just one of those things that like as times change and evolve, we have to kind of like continue to evolve with it. And every once in a while, you know, do those kind of like throwback moments and say like, hey, we still recognize that this is a thing that we miss too. Like Sprinkler Time. We missed that too, but gone but not forgotten. So it's cool to kind of revisit that. Let's do one more, time-wise.
Do you want to skip to the art?
Sure, yes.
We got a bunch of art.
Okay.
Skip through tabs, and you'll find the G-Tober tab.
Oh, bad meme for Security Breach. Music Man the Fan stars of the FNAF franchise. Yes! I mean, I agree. I love it. The Music Man! They're just my meme choices. Music Man is the Waluigi of the FNAF franchise for me at this point. Let's put it that way. Waluigi, Music Man. The underappreciated characters. How was work today? Explaining animatronic murder lore. Is this how you feel?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Just thrown down the slide.
Yeah, and then there was Music Man. Glam Rock Freddy, fantastic. When your lust for lore gets you killed. Huggy Wuggy. MatPat stopping to read the writing in the vent. It's true. I felt there was a visceral tension in me as we were playing Poppy Playtime. There was a visceral tension in me of I am running past a lot of writing on these vents, and probably one of these pieces of writing have lore in it somewhere. They didn't really, because we went back and reread a bunch of them, and I think we got most of them. Not live, but off camera. I didn't see anything, but it was tough. I would have died, had it not been for like needing to move things forward, I would have died so many times in that vent just trying to like read bit by bit that vent lore. 12 minutes isn't unironically one of the best series on GT Live. Watching MatPat replay the 10-minute loop on 12 minutes for the millionth time. Stephanie shows up at the end of the video. It's so true. Stephanie, again, the conclusion of that series with Stephanie in the final like 2 minutes. Oh, that was amazing. 12 minutes is, I agree, unironically one of the best series. I don't know how everyone else feels about it. I think it's one of the funniest things we've ever done. I think it has one of the best arcs of anything we've ever done. Being excited, being frustrated, and then it all coming over into like, what is this? Like, this is insane. And then to wind up with Stephanie as the big conclusion. Dark Deception. It's time. Is it time, Matt? Are we doing Dark Deception at some point?
It's about time.
Okay, about time. I'll give it another shot. We played it a couple years ago when it was first coming out, and it was just monkeys and Pac-Man. I'll give it another shot. I've seen that they've been updating it a bunch. I'm curious about it. I'd like to give it now that the gameplay mechanics are more solidified, now that there's more to it, I am curious about what it has in store. So yeah, you'll see it on an upcoming episode, I'm sure. Needs help aiming. If I had a nickel for every time MatPat stabbed a character instead of an object in a time loop game. 12 minutes. Again, amazing moments. I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that I have it twice. Sometimes you just accidentally stab a person and, through no fault of your own. Oh man, Kool-Aid Man. Okay, I gotta watch the video.
This is the last one before the art.
Okay.
About the Kool-Aid Man. What should be concerning us about this guy is whether he can be stopped. Listen up and listen good, folks. Here's today's theory, and it's a doozy. The Kool-Aid Man is low-key...
He's low-key... Oh... That's a theory that we'd do. Absolutely. If there was even like 1 ounce of evidence, if there was one other item that I could be like, that's it, we'd do it. He's a Loki variant, obviously. There's so much Marvel content these days. He's an Eternal. Okay, second annual G-Tober art event. So this is awesome. This is something that's incredibly well put together by the mods of the Game Theorist subreddit, so huge thank you to them for doing this and opening the door up to this, where it's a giant art event where every single day there's kind of a different theme that you can participate in, and then you post, and it's just so cool. So I love getting to see all of these things come up, and I'm popping in every single day or every other couple days to like check out what's being posted. So even though, we're reacting to it at the end of the month, so I was paying attention to this at least, once a week, if not more, to just check in on how things are going, because it's so joyful. I love seeing the fan art. I love seeing the cool artistic designs that you guys are creating. It's just incredible. So 15 Flora, perfectly splendid. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. I love the Food Theory apron. Oh, Food Theory hats. Little... What are those? Not coxcombs.
Chef's hats.
Yeah, it has a name though. It's the...
Whoa.
Oh no, why can't I think of it? Toque hat? Toque hat? Toque. Is it toque?
No idea. Are you Googling a full question?
I have a chef hat. Toque! I was so close! Toque hat! Not bad! Yeah, toque. Toque has been around for a few thousand years. That means hat in Arabic. Toque hat. Oh, I love it. Oh man, so many good stuff. This is great. Seeing some Food Theory love. Very cool. We've got Phantom Shadow 6, The Rabbit, Game Theory, Film Theory. I like that Game Theory is evil spider creature. Film Theory is actually really cool. But that foot on a pumpkin, nice. Food Theory, launching people into the oven of death. Oh, GT Live, we're cool and casual. Is this a design on the wall, or is this just like the walls falling apart behind me?
I think it's a hole in the wall.
You think so, right?
Yeah.
Everything collapses in on itself. That's my life. It's true. Hopefully, actually, as of today, we're supposed to get walls again.
Woo!
By the end of today, knock on all the wood ever. It's exposed in our kitchen. Knock on the wood, studs. We might have walls by the end of the day, which would be super exciting. It's the first time we'll have walls in months. Curse, here we go. Let's see, this is Angel, me. The Meddler. Oh, I'm the Meddler, aka MatPat. Darn it, why is FNAF lore so come? Yes, that isn't even the Meddler. That is legitimately me. Well, back in 2014. Hey, Scott, I think your game is cool. You should see this theory. Thanks, let me see. Not all that scary. That's a bunny. Pass. I shall curse thee, theory boy, with a lore so complex you'll be making theories for years. There it is. And thus, a relationship was made. I sealed my own fate. It's so true. It was all my fault. What have I done? And now there's a whole new book series that just got announced, which is a whole nother can of worms that we'll probably talk about on a different day. Monster! That's cool. This is something we try to do in a thumbnail. That's great. Love it. Monster again from Nerdy Lesbian. The Food Theory logo as Cookie Monster. I think Food Theory logo and a yellow Cookie Monster. good. Happy Man Dies. Final G-Tober art piece done by me. Yes. Oh, the crying on the wall. Oh, Springtrap. Oh, so sad. Oh, it's so great. I love this. My contribution to the challenge. Decided to post them all at once. I based it on Smash Brothers characters. Oh, so cool. I actually haven't seen this one. Oh, man. Iceberg, like ice climbers, enchanted like Rosalina. Oh, that's so cool. Monster like Ridley, growing like piranha plants. Oh, these are so good. Glass, like Minecraft Steve, Affection, Peach and Mario. Poppy. Oh, sad Olimar. Oh, wow. We even get some ARMS reference in there with Flo. Awesome Curse. These are amazing. I love all of these. Burger with Ness eating his burger. Yes. Dessert. We Fit Trainer just eating her dessert, judging us all the while. Look at that face. Look at that face, We Fit Trainer. Judging us for eating our dessert. So cool. So cool. I love all of these. Also, I wanted to call this one out too, because Aisha Love, I saw every single day drawing a witch for every day of October. Did the theme of, I think, pretty much all the days, but each time represented it through a different witch, which I thought was really, really cool and was a cool way to kind of push the artwork and kind of like present a personal challenge as far as like how do you make it different every single day in October, but still visualize it in an interesting way, which I thought was so cool. So I did want to call out I think actually Aisha made it through all 31 days, which is incredible. So congratulations to you to kind of like set that goal and make it through all 31 of them. So clap and a half, huge for that. And clap and a half to everyone who was a part of this. And again, thank you to the Reddit mods for putting this together, which was tremendous. And again, like it's such an honor that this is a thing that is kind of a yearly tradition at this point. It is so much fun for me to see. It is so cool. I love it. So thank you guys for your support, for being here for us. And for participating. It's a cliche to say, like, I'm so proud of this community, but, I think for other people, they say it because they feel like they have to say it, but, like, for us, it's just such a joy. Like, you guys bring me such joy, and I hope that I'm able to kind of return that joy in kind to you guys. So that's always kind of the goal of what we do, is just have fun, be goofy, not take ourselves too seriously, but take ourselves seriously when we have to. And, and kind of serve as a positive role model for the community, for other creators, hopefully pave the way for YouTube to kind of be still a creator-inclusive space. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and, I'll see you in the next video. So in the meantime, remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video for you. See ya!